The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
I love gold!
And we're back with the newest episode of Pillow Talk. It's your boy Franklin, little Frankie Lombardo from down the street. As always, I am joined by the coolest uncle of my whole world. He owns a skateboard, and he's just too cool. Uncle Howard, how are you doing today?
Hello, everybody. It's Uncle Howard. I'm trying to be cute now.
Oh, no. We're not doing baby Uncle Howard, are we? We're not doing baby Uncle Howard. I mean, this show is not for nanas, and let me tell you, babies are barely friendly to the show as well.
As far as I'm concerned, a baby is just a nana that's yet to come.
I'm glad you specified that our no nanas rule isn't about the elderly.
No.
It's
Some of the oldest people of all are not nanas. Look at that Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, right? She's not a nana. You know, a lot of people, a lot of old souls. That's what they call boring people. Old souls, Howard. And you know, this podcast is not for nanas, but I can't emphasize
not for old souls either.
Not for old souls, but the rapping grannies. No, those are
that's
pretty
cool.
That is pretty cool. Highly suggest watching an Adam Sandler movie. Any of them. You can't
Except
go wrong.
Punch Drunk Love. That movie's a stinker.
You know what? He laid one egg. And that's fine.
And what an egg it was.
and it hatched, and it was a complete disaster.
It hatched and it was a dud.
It was a dud. It grew up to be a dud. But anyways, we are the only podcast that records from a king-size bed. That's right, an uncle-nephew duo podcast, a first of its kind. Not many others do it. And we do it from the very bed we sleep in?
That's unprecedented, but that's why we're the innovators of the industry, the freaks of the industry.
That's true. A lot of these bigwigs, they want to ostracise us. You know, and for those that don't know what it means, look it up.
It means turn us into a giant bird.
Yeah, we're not a couple of bird brains. We're pretty smart. And we're also going to be at BugCon. When is it? June 7th or 8th? No, June 8th and 9th.
June 8th and 9th.
June 8th and 9th. I hope I have the days right there, Howard. Let me look it up quickly. Yes, it is June 8th and June 9th, a day of God. Whoa, hello. June 9th, that's a Sunday. That's the day of the Lord.
Well,
all right.
BugCon Sunday will be I think we're renting a bus and everybody's riding out to one of those mega churches out there, and we're going to just raise up the Lord.
The faith of Bug is a mega church in its own right. I do think Joel Osteen might be there, friend of the show, or not. I don't know. I can't confirm this, but just in case people do need a quick prayer while they're at the beautiful Marriott in Burbank, Los Angeles airport, or whatever it's billed as. Did you see the commercial Bug put out?
Oh, no. Is there a video advertisement?
No, it's just an ad for the Marriott in Burbank, but it had Spider-Man in it.
The Spider-Man.
Spider-Man himself was in it, and that is pretty
He's
cool.
just a kid.
He's just a baby boy.
He's just
But
a
he's
kid.
from Brooklyn.
You know, he's from the Bronx or something, isn't he?
Is he from the Bronx?
Captain America's from Brooklyn. Remember? Where
the
you from, kid? The
Queens.
Bronx. Oh, Queens. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Queens. And he's like, Brooklyn.
Get that cat out of here, Franklin. It's driving me crazy.
Sorry. I think it's a flurkin, actually. You know what that is if you watched Captain Marvel, but you didn't.
Oh, I did not. I'm boycotting it.
Why, not enough Stan Lee for you?
Well, one, there's not enough Stan Lee in there, but two, everyone's talking about how she's the first woman superhero movie, and I say, why didn't they give Black Widow a movie first.
Wow, that's the real take that people have.
Is it?
It is. It's a real take. Well, why didn't the other one in skin tight leather get a movie first?
Why didn't the one
Well,
that we already knew about have a movie?
True. It's a good point. It's a fair point, I suppose. I mean, not I suppose. I mean, look, Brie Larson's a friend of mine. We already know
friend
this.
of yours. Everyone knows.
Good friend of yours. Good friend of mine. Yes.
Yeah.
She is a good friend of mine. Somehow, at least, you know, she's a good friend of Night Openings, who's an extension of me. And I don't have anything negative to say about her. I think this crusade she's leading is great. This feminism crusade of it's not even you know, feminism is tied up like it's a negative word, which is so stupid. But if she dated a loser who perhaps financial means weren't great, wouldn't that be a great progressive statement for women everywhere, that you don't have to date a guy who works a traditional job? Wouldn't that be a great statement if Gal Gadot would date Uncle Howard, for example?
Now that would be a gal that I'd go to the store for.
Jesus Christ, what are you going to buy, some rubbers?
I'll buy her some Marlboro Light 100s.
Class act. Class act there, Howard. I'm glad you kept it classy. Well, speaking of movie stars, we know so many. We're friends to the stars. Duh. You know.
Name a
these are
star,
friends of the
we
show.
know them.
We know them. Hey, you know, name a star you could think off the top of your head. Boom. We know who you're talking about. Mark Hamill? Heard of him. Yeah. I know that name.
Yeah.
Who else? Kira Sedgwick from The Closer? Yeah, I know who that is. Mark Paul Gosselaar? Please. We know them all.
Harry Potter, believe it.
His name's Daniel Craig.
Daniel Plainview.
No. Daniel Radcliffe. I know that because another teacher at school
Is
looks like
also named Harry Potter.
No, he looks like a fatter Daniel Radcliffe. I shouldn't say fatter. I mean, time makes fools of us all. You know, he might be the second. Yeah.
A bigger, big boy version of Daniel Radcliffe.
No, he's shorter but wider. He's a nice guy.
How tall's Daniel Radcliffe?
He's so Daniel Radcliffe. I have to imagine is like what 5'8", 5'9".
Maybe. Yeah. This
guy's like
shorter
my
than
height. He's a
that.
5'7". Yeah. Maybe he's the same size as Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm
Daniel has a
gonna
long
break
neck.
my don't Google rule, which I had just set for tonight, to see how
But
tall
Bing
Daniel Radcliffe
is a loophole.
is.
There's like
No,
there's
he's
gotta be
5'5".
Okay, so he's not as big as Daniel
He
Radcliffe. He's
dwarfs Daniel Radcliffe.
both in weight and I shouldn't be taught. Man, if these teachers at school ever listen to this podcast, they're gonna say, "Wow, you have a heck of a talent, and we're giving you a promotion." Is what I would imagine that would go in reality.
Well, you're in good luck because I just tipped the scales in your favor. I pulled a little strings with Felicity Huffman, and now there's a new principal coming on at your school.
Oh no, who's that?
The General.
No, the General's my principal, the Rat King himself.
You're made in the shade. I made it so that you're untouchable.
Wow. That means I could play episodes of Penn and Teller's bullshit for my class and I won't get any repercussions.
None whatsoever. And that's one of the most
Yeah.
educational shows of all. I was just thinking about how when I was in high school and we still had driver's ed classes, I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know. I don't
But
teach
the
in high
teacher was out sick for a couple days, so the sub didn't really have a curriculum for us, so we just watched Midnight Run starring Charles Grodin and Robert De Niro.
That's pretty funny.
It's a good movie. I recommend it.
Holy shit. Our drama teacher, I guess under like the fucking facade of like this is crucial cinema, just played us like all the Godfather movies, and it was just like, oh my god, what did we do to deserve this? It was so boring.
Those
Like-
movies are big yawners.
Those are big stinkers.
Yep.
They're big stinkers, you know. And if
There's
I
a
and it's
reason
not,
everyone loves them, and it's because everyone's stupid but us.
That's a great point, Howard. We are so on top of the knowledge game. And we're also on top of the movie game. And every night before we go to bed, we watch some fine cinema. We love the movies, as you guys know.
We're in the theater
movie,
day in and day out.
That's right. And we're not even watching movies when we're there either.
Sometimes we're just looking for popcorn.
That's true. We're just looking for leftover snacks.
And we've never found it.
You know, the hot dogs they throw away at the end of the shifts are perfectly fine. People don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, your liberal elites. The liberal elites don't eat hot dogs discarded from the movie theaters. Well, you know what? They're perfectly fine. They don't want to admit that. They hate. It kills them to admit that. You know.
It shocks them to admit
It shocks them. It shocks them. You know. But the movie I'm picking, it is one I saw in theaters. God, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I was thinking I'm gonna see a great movie, and it turned out it was. It was during the writer's strike with all this nonsense going on as of late. Everybody's changing their profile photos because that worked so well for Conan. That's my slam dunk right there. Hey, great job changing your profile photo.
They caught Coney though.
They caught Coney 2019, right?
Yeah. He's the leading Democratic candidate right now. I think he's polling 8 points ahead in Iowa.
Damn, Coney 2019, man. He's smarter because he's running a year ahead of Trump, so he'll win. So he doesn't have to run 2020.
A head start.
He's getting a head start. You know. Trump wants to play 21. Coney has 22, or should I say 2019? That's right.
Because he's got it in the bag.
Right. What was the deal with Coney again?
I think
child soldiers.
I don't know. I mean, is it?
We are educated men, and we don't have to prove that we know what Coney 2013 was or 2012.
It was maybe 2012. Oh, because that was when the world was going to be ending, and
movie predicted that.
I think maybe Coney was the one who held the amulet that could stop the end of the earth.
I thought Coney had the big arc that John Cusack went on. That's not it? That wasn't it? Anyways, my movie is not 20. What was it? Was the interval? 2011 or 2012?
2012.
2012 with John Cusack, and they go on the big
Joseph
boat.
Coney.
And Joseph Coney, the late Joseph Coney, who's running for president.
Friend of the show, dead back then, running for president now.
Yeah.
That's how time works on Pillow Talk.
You know, when you have the time stone, things change. You have an uncle who's younger than you, and we affect moments in history. You guys don't even know how many presidents we've gone through. Do you think Trump's the worst president we've had in 2019? Jesus Christ.
You should have seen what 2017 Coney was looking like compared to the new one that we're running again.
Yeah. So, my movie, during the writer's strike, so the Michael Bay, like the Facebook, had to write this on his own. He had to write Transformer, Revenge of the Fallen, by himself with the robots that hump Megan Fox's leg, and that there's a webcam session, and there's a robot who wanted to fuck Shia LaBeouf. You know, she was a Decepticon, but she could turn hot. You know, I don't know how Decepticons can make a woman's lady parts. Is the moisture still there?
Well, no, but they don't need it because robots are naturally very frictionless.
But what if Shia LaBeouf's character in Transformers, he had the blonde woman who was hitting on him, who ended up being a Decepticon, but like a smaller one, not a big giant car, like, you know, more frail, like a 5'9" Decepticon. But what if she wanted to make the sex, which I've done before? Don't ask me. I've done sex. It's not even worth talking about. I know how it works.
Up to 5 times.
6 times. 6 times. Yeah. You
Proud
said
of
5
you,
once.
boy.
Thank you. So.
Well, because I remember when you were at 5, and I thought that was the plateau.
No.
That's why I got the tattoo of that just said 5 across my chest.
The Roman numeral.
Yeah, just a big
Thank
V.
you, Howard.
And then when you turned to 6, I changed the V into a big X, and now I've got the S and the I on my back, and I turn around, and you can see the whole thing.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Pretty dope ink.
Yeah,
pretty
sick
sweet.
ink.
So, Revenge
Me.
of the Fallen. written by Michael Bay during the writer's strike. Smart movie, smartest movie of the Transformers franchise. A lot smarter than that history lesson we got with what's his name? Hannibal Lecter. What's his shoot name?
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. He's like doing a Transformers movie, but it's like a history lesson about the olden days, and it was just so boring. My
I
God.
like the one where the Optimus Prime gets to meet John Glenn and says, "The honor is all mine."
He met Buzz Aldrin in Dark Side of the
Whatever,
Moon.
some dumbass.
Why would Optimus Prime give a shit about Buzz Aldrin?
It's an honor to meet you, guy that flew 300,000 miles to a tiny little rock. I am a million-year-old sentient robot that has traveled from beyond time itself. The honor is mine.
Of all the people to give a fuck about, Buzz Aldrin was the one Optimus Prime needed to shake. Did he shake his hand?
Yeah, he bent down
Did
and
a bunch of tons of
he
steel?
kneeled before him.
Neil? Optimus, what are you doing, man?
It is like if you met a small child who successfully caught a ball that you gently lobbed to it from approximately 6 inches away, and then you told the child you were honored to meet it as though it was Terrell Owens or something.
Who are some people Optimus?
Terrell
shook
Owens
his
bowing
hand.
down before a child who caught a tiny ball.
That's a great analogy, Howard. That is beautifully said. I mean, yeah, that's like, oh yeah, it's such like a baby. He's like babying him, but like, did he shake his hand? Like that's like tons of steel shaking your hand. Like that's not a comfortable thing, you know.
Yeah,
all the times he caught Shia LaBeouf, that have to hurt.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the real Buzz Aldrin would appreciate that kind of condescension. I think if I'm not, I don't know actually, but
He
there was
punched the
some.
guy.
Yeah, okay, he was the guy who punched a guy. So you know, he's not tolerating nonsense lightly. Even when he's 90 million years old, he's gonna punch a robot. He's gonna die any day anyway. Might as well get stepped on by a giant semi-truck man.
Yeah, that's true. Don't patronize me, boy. Throws a bottle at Optimus. That's really how that conversation would have went. Fuck you, boy. We had your technology. We could go way further than the fucking moon, and we wouldn't have to house you immigrants. Is he racist now? Is Buzz Aldrin a racist?
Well, I don't think a man who's been to the moon could be racist because
It's true,
the moon men look into your heart and judge you if you're ready to live or die.
That's true. So if he's a friend to the aliens, then off the bat, you know, he's fine with. I mean, if you're fine with aliens, you got to be fine with like, you know, other minorities. So
Yeah.
big ups to Buzz Aldrin, friend of the show.
Oh, yeah, friend of the show. And a
Hold on a second.
hero
I
to
hear some
all
moon
of us.
men. You want to take a small break, Howard, before we get to your movie?
Certainly. My movie, on the other hand, is tonight's theme of the show is, of course, music, right? And what if I told you there was a movie that was not only about music, but it had music in it?
Whoa, wait a second. You're talking about combining music and cinema. That don't make sense.
Well, in this one instance, it does.
Instance?
We've been God damn it.
We've been drinking some Don Drapers.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really not that Don Drapered out. I just lost control of my mouth for a minute.
Well, I am.
Yeah, well, sure. So if I told you there was a movie that was about music, starring music, I would not ever believe it, because the only time I've ever seen anything like that before was when there was a movie about New York City, starring New York City.
What movie was that? Godzilla 1998?
Gotti.
2018.
Gotti. 2018. They are going to remake Gotti in about 15 years and put Bryan Cranston in it, and it's going to be boring
For like
as
2
shit.
minutes. That's a slam dunk. Go on.
Boom! Alright, so This is a movie, and you're not familiar with this movie at all, Franklin. Is that true?
Yeah. I am not familiar with any movie that does this concept. What's the movie called?
So it's called Rock of Ages. And this is an absolutely fantastic movie. It has a cast of 1,000,000 stars, the likes of which you would have never believed before could be seen on one screen. The great Tom.
Like Gary Marshall movies?
No, whoa, almost as good as those. You're right, I forgot about those movies. Like Valentine's Day and 9/11 and all of that.
And Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
That was a 30 Rock bit. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I
I'll
just
show it
thought
to you
you
after
were
the show.
naturally funny.
Thank you.
I won't make that mistake again.
Thank you, Howard. What do you mean?
I apologize. This movie features stars like Julianne Hough, the great and very funny Alec Baldwin, our favorite actor Bryan Cranston, the dad from
Is he
Malcolm
really in
in the
this?
Middle. Yes, of course. Catherine
Breaking
Zeta-Jones, Paul Giamatti. What
Oh,
if I told
shit.
you big sexy Kevin Nash was in it?
I would
Wha-
say you mean Magic Mike.
No, what if I told you Tom Cruise was in it?
Okay.
What if I
would
told
say,
you Russell Brand was in it?
I would say, hold up. Let me get my telescope because I've never spotted so many stars in my life before.
Malin Ackerman, Will Forte, Mary J. Blige. This Eli Roth. This is a movie of
Yeah.
oh, and your favorite actor of all, T.J. Miller.
Oh,
Now, how cool
that's
is
a bad
that?
one. That's not that. TJ Miller's not that cool. Let's come on now.
He is.
We don't.
Oh, I don't know of another famous person who called in a fake bomb threat to an Amtrak train.
Yeah, that's a good
Pretty
point.
fucking cool.
I mean, look. Contrary to him doing the one cool thing and calling it a bomb threat, which is undisputably cool, I will give him that. I will
Yeah.
give him that. He still sucks. That is, I guess people that do suck can do pretty cool things from time to time, like
Well-
X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Like I always say, sometimes the sun shines on a dog's asshole. And you're right, Days of Future Past is an example of someone doing something cool because it's the first time Ellen Page has ever been cool.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
She's
I'm
been
just
cool.
having fun. I'm having fun.
All right.
We
You
love
saw
Ellen
Juno.
Page, friend of the show. I didn't see
Oh,
Juno.
friend of
I-
the show, and not only that, I mean, she is a babe and the kind of woman I want to be dating someday.
I saw a video of her juggling, and she's very good at it. Anyway, this is a movie that it's like a musical, except all of the songs in it were already written by somebody else. So
Okay, cool.
the songs in it are all by bands like, Whitesnake or Pat Benatar or Quiet Riot, anything cool like that. This is a movie that's hip, it's cool, it's got its thumb on the pulse of America. Tom Cruise plays the youngest, hippest rock star of all, and this movie came out 7 years ago
50 years old.
when he was about 54 or so.
Oh, yeah. You think somebody young, hip, and cool, you think, okay, Tom Cruise, for sure.
The only thing this movie lacks that I like to see in a Tom Cruise film is him running.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I mean, I don't say it's true. I haven't seen it. Did they do Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard?
I believe they do. The one musical scene that I most remember is that Catherine Zeta-Jones plays a woman who hates rock and roll music. She
Oh,
just,
yeah.
of course, and that was always a common problem. This movie's set in the 80s, so that was a common issue back in the day. Was that beautiful but fairly untalented women were being incredibly angry about rock and roll. Look at Tipper Gore, for example. Now, as a result, she does a musical number set in a church with nuns who are dancing and singing around, and for some reason it's set to Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And she does a dance that I don't think is even really like embarrassing. Like I think like maybe it's like considered, cool or normal or whatever, but I just think there's something about seeing Catherine Zeta-Jones doing this dance that makes me feel very badly for everyone involved. It's a great movie. I recommend if you can find it. You should watch it. I'll give it 7 out of 6 stars, and if you don't like it, then I'll refund your money.
At the class
Please download it illegally.
Now, Catherine Zeta-Jones, now wasn't she accused of giving Michael Douglas from Ant-Man cancer?
Yeah, she gave him the Ant-Man cancer, and that's why he shrank down.
The Ant-Man cancer.
Yeah.
The cancer of the throat.
When you
Until
get
selected-
there's an organ in your body that holds you at a certain size, and if that organ gets injured, then you start to shrink. And well, poor Michael Douglas. No one's seen him for several decades now, I think.
He's too tiny.
Yeah.
Isn't his dad alive?
Be
How fucked is that?
Be
He's old as shit.
Be careful wherever you step. Michael Douglas might be right under your feet.
Good point. And you know what? The thing about the Ant-Man, he could swing like a normal man, and you don't even see it coming. So Michael Douglas, you talk shit about him, boom, you might take an uppercut. You don't even know, because that ant still carries the same weight as a regular human. That's science behind Ant-Man. I mean,
Well, you know what I
too
don't
smart for
understand
me.
about Ant-Man is as tiny as a little ant, but he can punch you as hard as a big man. Is that what his deal is?
Yeah, that's his deal. Yeah.
So is
yeah.
Ant-Man as dense as a man, but as tiny as an ant?
Yeah, I believe that's
But
the thing.
then
I
how
don't
come he can always hide on top of people and they don't know he's there?
Yeah,
Because he would remain as, so it'd still be like 180-pound Paul Rudd standing on your head.
right.
You're going to notice that. I don't care how
Your
strong
shoulder-
you are.
Your shoulder should still completely cave in at some point. Yeah, if that happens. Like, you should dislocate your shoulder. Yeah, wow. I'm sure there's a very logical explanation that Marvel will get to at Endgame about this.
Yeah, the end game is going to be the only way to save the universe is to get rid of Ant-Man because he makes no sense.
Yeah.
He's the superhero who makes the least amount of sense to me.
I could get tiny.
I don't
Well,
understand what the limitations of his powers are, nor do I understand what the maximum effect of them is.
So the big idea is like, oh, he can go small. You know what? So could Vern Troyer, but you never thought about casting him. That's kind of racist, isn't it?
Yeah, I find that very offensive that Vern Troyer hasn't been in a Marvel movie yet.
You know, hopefully that changes, but I don't think it will.
Peter Dinklage stole his role as a giant.
Oh. You know, that again, more racism by Marvel, the supposedly progressive company that finally has a female lead. I mean, that's great. Where are the gays? Are there gays in the MCU? Have we addressed the gays yet?
Thor's gay.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, still, he's not. I mean, Thor's a hunk. You know,
Yeah.
Thor's a hunk. I think he transcends any
Where are
of
the
that.
chuds in the MCU?
Where are the not just gays? Forget gays. You can cast a beautiful person to be gay. That's not difficult. Where are the hideous gays in the MCU? It's not enough to have a superhero that's gay and beautiful. How about an ugly gay?
Well, you know that little guy in Captain America who's like,
Hello, Captain America. How are you? I'm an evil German doctor.
that guy was gay as hell.
Did somebody say evil doctor? Hello! It's
no,
Dr. Evil!
Dr. Evil, it is I, Arnim Zola. The only doctor more evil than you.
You're a creepy little man. Zip it. Zip it, little man. You're creepy.
I have not developed a counterattack for zipping it.
Congratulations. I have sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
Thank you.
Friggin' lasers. You weird German bastard.
Dr. Evil, that's the first time I've ever been grateful to see you.
Thank you, Uncle Howard. I'm glad to be here. I'm taking over the show. Gonna be here the whole episode. It's gonna be tremendous.
Oh my
Everybody wants more Dr. Evil. I'm taking over. You know what my favorite movie is to watch? The documentary Gold member based on my life. True events. True events. Daddy wasn't there. He was there for me. Zip it. Zip it. Zip it.
No,
All right, Dr. Evil. Thank you. Thank you. You can go back to your lair. We appreciate
Daddy didn't give attention. Hey, that reminds me of music, which is our topic of
Yeah,
the show.
that was a song from the Austin Powers, and yeah, let's talk about music, Howard.
Yeah. So, first of all, we were talking about all of our, we put out the call to the bedhead nation out there, whose numbers
Yeah.
are growing every day and
Every day.
exponentially to boot. We've never had more fans than we currently do. And hopefully we seldom have less than this.
Hope we don't lose any.
So I
Yeah.
I asked our fans. We will eventually, but hopefully we get more than we lose. And we don't want to lose anybody. I just think eventually, honestly,
It's kind of natural. We would.
the retention of our brand is unless we become more granular and start dipping our toes into more ecosystems like social media and influencing and
Yeah, we could do that.
yeah.
I know a guy with
content
50,000
creation.
followers.
Yeah,
but
I know.
He wouldn't be much help.
I know a guy with several million followers. He's my good friend at Real Donald Trump. Anyway,
True. Hopefully he can retweet us.
yeah, he will. Actually,
Yeah, I hope so.
we should maybe work on trying to get retweeted by Donald Trump. That would be
Oh,
amazing.
shit. That'd be pretty dope, yeah.
Okay, so our first question comes from our good friend Jeff Gibson, bug thing, at Mr. Gibson. He
Man who
said,
created our fan art, not fan art, our logo. So thank you, Mr. Gibson, for that. We're eternally grateful.
a man who created the stars in my sky. He says, would you consider Semi-Charmed Life the definitive 90s song, even though that era of music is normally associated with the gumble singing of Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Stone Temple Pilots? If not, could you sum up that decade in one song?
Holy shit! What a fucking loaded question for two
I
guys
would-
who are intellectuals.
If I may,
Yeah, please.
first of all, Mr. Jeff Gibson, the 90s did not truly begin until 1997. The early 90s were still basically the 80s. You had all those neon colors and the goofy drum machine sounds, like the boom 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 boom, and saxophone and rap songs and all that kind of stuff.
Saved by the Bell was essentially an 80s show, I feel like.
Saved by the Bell is an perfect example of 1980s, 90s, or early TLC when they were wearing the super gigantic bows in their hair that were like bright neon yellow and all that kind of stuff. Then, of course, as your favorite wrestler, Randy Robinson, said, when Nirvana came along, he made things worse.
No. Randy the Ram. I don't think his last name was Robinson.
Robinowski.
Yeah, he did have a long. Yeah, I think he had some. He said when he was with Marissa Tomei, they were not talking about Def Leppard, this, that, the '80s fucking rule, and then that Cobain pussy ruined everything, and that's how they felt. That Cobain pussy ruined everything, according to the Randy Rams of the world.
Yeah,
you know?
well, and I am a Randy Ram of the world, and proudly so. Now, Nirvana, they came along and they just killed that remaining vestige of the 80s dead, and maybe that needed to happen. Maybe it did, who knows. What they brought with it, what Nirvana had was, they weren't outlandish, larger-than-life characters like your Diamond Dave or I don't know, some of those big hair Cure boys, whatever those guys are named. The Cure.
Yeah, whatever they're.
And they were just sad. They were just sad guys talking about being sad, and it was not really good. But people realized, things had to get a little happier, and, we had to start cheering up. We had to come out of this winter that was between the 80s, and we had to come into the spring of the 90s. So music started to get a little, it was still kind of sad, but musicians were getting a little more ridiculous looking. Like you had Trent Reznor, and he was in that March of the Pigs video dressed like Christian of WWE fame, wearing a mesh shirt, and he's making out with a babe. And then you got Marilyn Manson, who's like the Dark Crystal but human version. So even though it's still
movie?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he is. Just trust
very
me.
Dark Crystal.
Yeah, why not? And then, so things are beginning to come back a little bit. Things are turning fun a little bit. And then, all of a sudden, in 1997, we had a new era come down upon us. Just as evolution does not take place gradually, but in quick jumps. 1997 brought us the Spice Girls Wannabe.
And that became the 90s.
Then we were in the 90s. The 90s is defined by as an aesthetic to me, which has bold fashions, bright colors, a lot of accessories. You got things like your IMAX, for example. Everything's rounded and colored. Now is the time. You have ball chain chokers and Jenko jeans. It's all kooky crazy. So,
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Jeff,
fun.
yeah, but the problem is the 90s, they wouldn't lead to a normal death, now could they?
No, unfortunately they cannot. I still
But
think
they did
the
not
fashion-
end at December 31st, 1999, my friend.
No, and one could argue 9/11, but I don't agree with that.
I don't
I
either.
feel I still feel there's residuals from up to 2004. With the butterfly effect.
No.
Not the actual butterfly effect, the movie premiere, because everybody's still dressed in such vibrant colors and stuff like that. So
Here's...
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to piggyback on your theory. Uncle
No, I
Howard,
love the
but
theory.
I feel around 2004 was when they took what they learned from the 90s and we're gonna crank this up a bit now and start Ed Hardy. Christian Audigier was Ed Hardy. Yeah, Paris Hilton. They're just gonna get glammed the fuck up, and they just took it to another level that was not intended. And that was their grieving process for 9/11 was trucker hats and Edward Hardy.
That was where it all went to hell for you. It was 9/11. I go a couple years later, and I would say the U.S. Official invasion of Iraq in 2003, and I don't say because of that, but I say because that was the point at which a talented, very talented young woman who came out of Houston, Texas, by the name of Beyonce Knowles, released her trademark solo single hit, Crazy in Love. At that point, she had cast off Michelle and Kelly. Yeah. She said, hey, the era of fun songs is over. The era of songs that you can't really sing along with, that's now.
Jesus Christ, that is grim.
However,
that is grim.
She was not the only one to betray her signature sound.
Who else did?
Bob Kid Rock Ritchie traded in his trademark rap bluster and betrayed his heroes in the methadone clinics with the twin country ballad Picture featuring Sheryl Crow.
Oh, the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal. I can think of two. The Saudis and 9/11 are friends of Saudis, and Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow ditching that rap rock sound. It's like once Joe C left this mortal coil, he's like, okay, now I can betray everything I once stood for.
It looks like Joe C was the true talent.
Joe C kept them on track.
Yeah.
Joe C kept him from embarrassing himself. And now, what was the last time I heard of Kid Rock? He was getting inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, rightfully so. Who could disagree? Yeah, well deserved. And then the first things uttered out of his mouth is, "I can't wait to body slam some Democrats." And AJ Styles was yucking it up.
Oh, I bet Jack Allison would have liked that too.
Yeah, I'm sure Jack Allison was yucking it up too, probably. Like, yeah, I can agree with you.
That guy.
Probably.
Hell of a guy. In it. You know what, though? I'm on the side of the showrunner, so Jack Allison is temporarily an enemy of the show.
Temporary for now, Jack Allison is an enemy of the show because we need work. And
that
we
man
will
is
gladly take some
kryptonite.
We will take some scab jobs. We'll be scabs.
No question. I hope there's a Transformers movie coming out real soon because I got some ideas.
You gonna hump Megan Fox's like some more?
I'm gonna have Optimus Prime get rejected by all of the sharks on Shark Tank.
And Buzz Aldrin doesn't want to be his friend anymore.
Buzz Aldrin's gonna punch him right in the ankle.
Fuck you. Yeah, I don't think Buzz Aldrin would have never cared for Optimus Prime.
Buzz.
Buzz Aldrin. Oh shit. Featured at BugCon.
Yeah,
Not
Buzz
really.
Aldrin. No, yeah. Tentatively scheduled.
I do want to get the Monster Energy girls there, but Bug will not return my texts about that. I said, we can do it, dude. We can do it. Bring back our girls. Bring back our girls.
I think.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah.
In 2019?
Yes.
Bring back our girls.
We are today because it's Whip 'em Out Wednesdays.
Whip 'em Out Wednesdays. That's right. Everybody, you know, I'm tired of WCW, and I don't mean Ted Turner's wrestling promotion. I'm tired of Women Crush
Wednesdays.
I Whip 'em Out Wednesdays.
How interesting that you have a crush on a woman. That's so unheard of. Let me know more about this.
Is that your Wonka meme?
Yeah.
Tell me more?
Yeah, tell me more. Oh, really? You have a crush on a woman this Wednesday? Tell me more.
Hey, buddy, try jerking off every day of the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try jerking off.
Get back to me when you're jerking off on
tomorrow.
Yeah. Get back to me when you're jerking off on more days than just Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Next question is
Oh, I was gonna just segue into the question, but you did it better.
Okay, yeah, I was first. So the next question comes from Mace. He's back.
Puff Daddy's
Welcome
friend.
back, Mace. Puff Daddy's friend. Mace Twatter says, is Beyonce a better singer? We already covered this, essentially. Better singer or actress? Well, she's got to be a better fucking singer because she goddamn near killed Goldmember, huh?
Yeah, she's a pretty damn good singer. I don't think anybody can deny that. I
yeah,
think,
she's good. Of course she's talented.
Yeah, she's a talented actress. I just think that I wish her songs sounded like something that a person could sing to in their car.
Yeah.
And also that person's a terrible singer who can't do things quickly with his voice. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who that might be about, so never mind. But she's an excellent singer, that's undeniable. As an actress, well, she was in Goldmember, which is my favorite movie of all time. So I gotta say, it's a tie for best.
Tie for best. Next question comes from John. John's been great. John's been giving me a few premiere suggestions. So John is back with a Z. Says Big L overrated. Now Big L, he passed away.
May he rest in peace. It's kind of
lived
dangerous
in Harlem.
to be an MC.
It is. It is. You know Big L.
Yeah, of course. A legend.
Okay, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ignorant to the rap scene. So
he's overrated because no one cared about him really until he died, but he's good. So rest in peace, Big L, friend of the show.
So overrated, but not.
Yeah,
that's a nice way to put it.
It would have been interesting to see where he could have gone with his career had it not been cut tragically short because of violence in the streets.
Now, my whole thing is, and I know somebody else already said it, with Biggie and Tupac were alive, would they be appearing on TV land shows with Cedric the Entertainer or Tyler Perry movies or something like that, some nonsense. We can't discredit the work of the artist even if we only appreciate it till after they're gone. We can't let, as Randy the Ram said, you can't let that Cobain pussy ruin ruin it for you. Does that make any sense?
It
Probably
makes
not.
perfect sense to me, and I just want to add one quick thing about Tupac, which is every once in a while people try to discredit him and say, oh, well, he was a ballet dancer from Sebastopol. Like, being a rich boy means you can't be a psycho crazy man.
Yeah. No, yeah, you could still be pretty fucked and have money. Who knew?
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's
next
a new
question comes from our
development,
new development here. Rich people can be terrible and still talented. Who knows? Next question comes from Blair, who's the best.
Yeah.
We're going to
Friend
see
of
her
the
at
show.
BugCon. You know, when we have legit great people like Blair who are above everybody, I'm not even sorry to say, we just respect them more, and I am looking forward to seeing her at BugCon. Just wanted to put that out there. I guess that could be misconstrued in a creepy way, though, so should probably back off on that. Anyways,
We
she
feel
says,
neutral about seeing you at BugCon, Blair.
Jesus Christ, yeah. No, I didn't do myself any favors, but thank you, Howard. So she asked, who gave you the biggest boner in S Club 7?
Ooh,
Now, S Club 7 was a group of men and women who were is a pop group. They were all hunks. They were all beautiful men and women. I think we were aged out of S Club 7, kind of, weren't we?
Yeah, I think they were a little before, or a little after my time in a lot of ways.
Right.
But I see that they were created by the former Spice Girls manager, so I'm going to say that my answer is, in retrospect, Ginger Spice.
I'm going to say Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only name I found there. I'm going to say Hannah. They feel like they were made by Peter Engel.
Montana.
Like they were No, I felt like they were made by Peter Engel. Like, okay, we're done. We've done Saved by the Bell basketball. We've done Saved by the Bell in the city, like with City Guys. We've done Saved by the Bell, but really more California-y, with California Dreams. And now I'm gonna make a band, and that was S Club 7 was the culmination of Peter Engel. Next question.
Okay, actually, Blair also asked what the song Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground is about, and the answer is sex.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty literal.
possibly candy.
I think it's pretty literal. I think we.
Franklin,
yeah.
what's your
I think
favorite candy?
Oh shit, you're putting me on the spot here, man. You know,
If you don't have an instant answer, then you don't have an answer. You're
Twix.
not a true can. Okay.
Twix. Jeez. Yeah, it's my favorite candy because it can also work as a nutritious meal.
All right, I believe you.
Yeah. What's your favorite candy, Howard?
Sour Patch Kids at the moment, but I think long term is regular Skittles.
Okay. Very healthy.
Yeah, fruit.
There's iron
it's
in
good
there.
for you.
It's good for you. It's fruit flavored.
There's kids in one and Skittles in the other.
Yeah. So, Jordan Hosk, is he really the Charlie
Oh.
from the tag team?
Yeah.
Is he the dead Haas brother?
He's the berserker. He says, Huss, Huss,
Haas. He's the berserker. Yes, of course. The berserker, Jordan Haas of Game Shows, I suppose. He asked, what is your favorite song from Snoop Dogg? I'm going to say whatever song he did while he was in the No Limit Soldiers. Because that's when he decided I am just going to go all in on piggybacking on anybody else.
Yeah, that was, that album was called, I believe, It Costs to Be Da Boss. And then I think he had a follow-up called The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told.
Hell yeah,
So that's
Snoop.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking cool.
My favorite song from Snoop Dogg is California Girls with Katy Perry because,
Hell yeah.
well,
They're undeniable.
they're fine, fresh, fierce. They got it on lock.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, they'll melt your popsicle.
Yeah,
Is that a lot? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
yeah.
Good stuff. Thank
Great
you, Jordan.
stuff.
Listen to Game Shows, I suppose. He's
Check
got
it
a
out.
good podcast go. He's just plugged in like Bruce Willis and surrogates watching game shows on what's the game show channel? Is that
Game
what it's called, the
Show Network.
It's like GN TV or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, if you've ever, I don't remember if it's in the movie, but in the comic of Watchmen, the main guy who turns out to be bad is just watching like 10 TV screens all at the same time, taking it all in.
Like It's like Dr. Claw and Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Jordan Haas is the Dr. Claw of game shows.
Yeah, Dr. Claw game show.
You
Give
can
him a
use that
claw.
blurb.
Good blurb. That's a good blurb there. Dick Killjoy, dope name, at Modesty Contest. There's an underscore there. He says LinkedIn Park, yay or nay? I'm going to say yay because they were in the Transformers movies. The first three, I think every song would hit the credits. You hear boom, you hear the singer, and then you hear the rapper, and then you hear the singer.
I've become number.
Yeah. And then you hear,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how hard you try, I'm the rapping part, and then you sing. That's how it goes, my man Sting.
I like Linkin Park. I think they knew what they were doing and they knew how to make a song sound good enough.
Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, and of course, rest in peace to their Chester
Chester Cheeto.
Bennington, Chester Cheeto. He was one of the best mascots of all time.
One of the best drug-addled mascots of all time is Chester Cheeto, but rest in peace. I don't know, that might legit be murder, right? I don't know.
I don't
keep
think
up.
he was a drug-addled guy at all. So
No. I mean, the Cheetos mascot was
Chester
drug-addled,
Cheeto, yeah,
not Chester
I just wanted to
himself,
be
no.
clear that we're not accusing Chester Bennington of
No,
anything bad.
that's mean. That's
You're
mean.
a good man, Bennington, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Lincoln Park, any of the rest of you guys are welcome on anytime.
Yeah, you could write a theme for us.
Yeah, one
might
step
not use
closer
it.
to the edge. Just sign over the rights to some of your songs to us. That'll be fine.
That'd make things so convenient. Just don't be selfish.
Yeah.
The next question. Good old Mike Gapper.
Gapper Mike.
Oh my God. It's like he can read my mind.
Yeah.
If you were in charge of a raunchy coming of the age movie during the early aughts, The New Guy, American Pie 2, he says as examples, what are the top 3 songs in your film? What scenes do they play over?
Wow.
So,
Great
I feel like-
question.
well, I mean, American Pie sets the bar high, so it's tough for them to not influence my answers. But like, I feel like the song "Dirty Little Secret" that just plays
Yeah.
big in transitional scenes in American Pie. Like that's so big.
Dirty little secret. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
one.
yeah, that's so dope because like Stifler has a bunch of dirty little secrets. You know what I mean? Like he definitely has a few.
You
Are
don't
there
wanna
any
know
songs you'd use in
where he
Howard?
had to pee. I would probably have a scene where our lead character is kind of like, skateboarding home from school, all cool and doing moves, and it would be playing "Heaven as a Half Pipe."
I would go with "The Road." I forgot who sings it.
The Road.
You know the song I'm talking.
Are you talking
know
about
the song I'm
"The
talking about?
Way" by Fast?
The Way. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That song, not The Road.
That's a
Thank
song
you
of
for-
the true story that song is based upon is not romantic at all. FYI.
No. What's the band that sings The Way? I saw them live. I
Fastball.
should've- Fastball. I saw them live actually. So that's Fastball's The Way. I feel like that's pretty good with Jason Biggs cruising in a car and he's
Yeah.
driving like hundreds of thousands of miles to meet an online girlfriend type
Mira
thing.
Sorvino.
Mina Suvari.
Sure, half of one, six
Half-
of another.
6 of another. I hope that was a coherent enough answer for you, Mike. I hope so. The top 3 songs, I can't come up with 3 songs. The Way from Fastball.
Well,
What's,
why don't we answer it together? So you had The Way from Fastball, and then I had Heaven as a Half Pipe.
Well, how about this song? Two Princes from the Spin Doctors.
Oh, now that's a classic.
So like you have a hot girl deciding between a
If you
stud.
wanna call me maybe, just go ahead now. And then it shows the other guy, and it's like, if you wanna call me baby, and he's like all cool.
Yeah, so you got a hunk and you got a chud. Not even a chud.
A
more like
chud with a
Jason
heart
Biggs
of gold.
Chud with a heart of gold, and then like
One of the best types of people there is.
I could vouch for that. So those are our 3 songs, Mike. I hope that worked out for you.
Yeah.
Shiprel
Good
asked,
luck with your
okay.
movie.
Oh, he has a movie coming out.
Well, I
Oh,
guess he
he's-
must.
He's asking us for ideas. Yeah, he
Yeah.
better. If
The
you were to
Writers
do the
Guild's on
fancy,
strike. It's up to him.
yeah, it's up to him now. Do everything. So Shiprel, your boy, my boy,
Well,
my
as far
boy.
as we know, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess right now let's interject and just say that I am very excited to say we got email, and 23andMe was able to extract our DNA from all of the various materials we sent them, and they said we should have a result shortly.
Should have our results next week, hopefully. But yeah, so we'll find out if he's your baby boy or not. But for now, he's still your boy.
Yeah.
And he said, if you were to do the Phantom Menace soundtrack of contemporary music from the time it was made, what songs and artists would you use? So, I guess, let's see. Some songs we could use. Honestly, I mean, I kind of want to just replace it with like the Mystery Men soundtrack. I think that would be good enough.
Oh,
I don't know. That's just me. Is that a cheap answer? Is that a cop out?
I would. Is there a part where the final scene where everyone's very happy and the Gungans are celebrating?
Yeah, the Gungans parade. Yeah.
I would have it play "Steal My Sunshine."
Oh man, that is dope. Yeah, Len, "Steal My Sunshine."
Yeah, great
That'd be
band.
good for the Gungans to play.
Mention their name and "Steal My Sunshine" on Twitter, and you probably will get faved by them eventually, maybe months later.
I would go with OMC's "How Bizarre," because what a bizarre day for Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Or no, actually more bizarre day for Jar Jar. Jar Jar was like a bum. And like he became a state senator later, but like he became Bombad General in the movie. So I would say "How Bizarre" for Jar Jar. That really is more, right? Like,
Yeah.
just what a day for him.
That was a bizarre day.
And who does "Where Do You Go, My Lovely"? Dun, 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 dun. I wanna know where do you go? Oh, No Mercy. Yeah, that's the name of the band.
Yeah.
No Mercy. Where do you go? I know because they filmed it in Miami Beach. I would like that as well for Anakin, little Annie, trying to figure out where does he go? Does he want to become a Jedi or does he stay and live with his mom like a loser? No offense, but I mean, let's call a spade a spade, David.
I would probably during the pod racing scene have "The Distance" by Cake be played.
Oh, he's going the distance.
Ba-bum-ba-bum,
He's
ba-bum.
going for speed.
He's
Oh,
all
man.
alone. Yeah, it's a good song.
And little Annie's and then like you got Sebulba. Hey.
He is truly striving and driving and hugging the turns.
Oh man, I feel like there's gotta be something for Watto though. Like, what would Watto's theme be, man?
It would have to be something about like get money, get money.
No, you know what? The Velvet Revolver's remake of Money.
It's a good. Oh yeah, there you go.
Keep on going. I don't know the words.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can tell. I like it.
You could tell I don't know. It was a remake to another song by like Pink Floyd or some
Pink
bullshit.
Floyd,
Yeah.
money, it's
Yeah.
yes. Pink Floyd's probably Uncle Howard's least favorite band of all time.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck those guys. I prefer the Velvet Revolver because they used that song in The Italian Job.
Yeah, now that's
Yeah.
cool with our friend Giovanni Ribisi.
You know what scene is better? We ask you, Shiprel. The Italian Job's Mini Cooper scene or the pod racing?
Yeah.
Food for thought.
The onus is on you now, Shiprel.
Yeah, burden's on you, pal.
Yeah. Think you're
Yeah.
a funny guy, huh? Well, let's see how funny you are.
We just turned the tables on you, pal. We just turned the table. Oh, we got a new question. This is like right before the show.
Yeah,
Jesus
right
Christ.
under the
Wow.
wire.
Lee's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Lee's, I think he's part of Grabowski Nation and all that, so he throws up the
He's in the
4.
Bread Club representing with my boy Cozy Lariat.
Oh, Cozy Larry. All right. These are good folks then.
Yeah.
So he's asking, for Howard, I'm sorry.
Oh,
You a
can answer
Tears for
too.
Fears or an NXS guy?
This is a hard question because I think Tears for Fears is a better band, but I think Don't Change is a better song than anything Tears for Fears ever did. So
Okay.
I guess are you looking for quality or quantity? That's up to you, Bread Man, and as for me, I'm just gonna let the fans decide.
Did NXS do New Sensation? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Who did New Sensation?
Is that Robert
Like Huey Lewis or some
Palmer?
bullshit?
Yeah, I think it's Huey Lewis now that you mention it.
Sorry.
Who-
Well, my answer is I'm a
Christian
Huey
Bale's-
Lewis guy.
No, it was In Excess. I lied to everybody. I don't know any song by any In Excess except Don't Change.
Okay, yeah. They did
I'm
New
coming
Sensation though, right?
clean. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so I would be an excess guy as well. Sorry, Lee.
The
We're,
lead
yeah.
singer of In Excess died because he strangled himself to death while masturbating.
He died of a perfect nut.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you
It's-
perfect nut. You die. It's like dying in your dream.
It's like Luke at the end of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm. He had the perfect nut, and he
And he just...
Or Spider-Man at the end of Infinity War.
Or Spider-Man at the end of Infinity War. Mr. Stark, I don't feel good. I feel
Yeah, he
great because I
doesn't
just had the
feel
perfect
good
nut.
because he knows the perfect nut is finally ended.
Yeah, that's it. He just finally nutted. Poor little guy, that
Yeah.
Tom Holland, Tom
Yeah.
Spaulding.
A good
Good.
Queens boy.
He's a strong guy from Queens,
But he's
he
not
met a-
from the Bronx.
Gotti still runs the 5 boroughs that are Spider-Man, so tread lightly.
You know,
Tread lightly.
I hate to say it, but the head of the Gambino family was just murdered by a guy who believes in Pizzagate.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I remember seeing something about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tragedy, and I mean, I hate to say it, but Jack Allison's spreading this QAnon conspiracy theory
No.
left and right, and it's...
No.
No, he's...
I don't understand what Jack's all about with this WGA thing. I'm perplexed by that
I
stuff. Can you-
prefer... Don't you prefer another W?
What's that, WWF? Where the
W
big boys
Bush.
play? What's W Bush? WGA, yeah, how about W Bush? He was the president of the United States. You ever heard of him? Sending me $300 in the mail once?
No, but you've been watching a lot of that one network. What is it again? The WGN America.
WGN America. Is that what people are protesting?
Yeah, I
They don't
think
like Jerry
actually
O'Connell and Carter?
that network isn't paying its writers enough. So
Oh.
just make sure you watch any network but WGN America.
So
I guess
learned
that's what WGA stands for, is WGN America.
Right. So that's what they're protesting. They're tired of the writers of Carter, with Jerry O'Connell, not being paid well enough. That seems like fair. I heard tragic news recently, Howard.
What's that?
The Spike TV network that we know and love.
For the TV
no
show
more.
for network, or for guys, the network for guys.
Yeah, the network for guys.
The
Our
TV
first
show
network.
for networks.
The TV show, the historic first network for men
Yeah.
is no more. I heard it's
This
called
makes me
Paramount now.
Oh, well, I'd like to Paramount twins.
Yeah, I like to mount a pair of twins.
Now that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Sure.
There we go. Twins?
Are you talking twins? 'Cause I'm seeing double.
Are you talking twins? Because I'm like Fraser Crane. I'm listening, but I'm also erect. So, yeah.
That Fraser Crane, that's my favorite kind of crane.
That is correct. He's a bald man, but he still shows you what he can do. You know,
Yeah,
a bald man can do great things.
Sometimes men go bald because they're too masculine, like Hulk Hogan did.
Like high testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate side effect. High T. It's a real condition nobody talks about. Everybody talks about low T. What about high T?
You know, something else people need to remember is that often men with high T don't lose their hair. It's just that they're naturally incredibly masculine.
Yeah, that would explain Stone Cold and Tyrese, Roman Pierce from The Fast and the Furious.
Oh, what are they going to do in Hobbs and Shaw when Roman Pierce meets Roman Reigns?
Ladies and gentlemen, please tweet at us, either me at BugTV Franklin or Howard at Miata Guy for you. That's the number 4, letter U. Miata Guy for you. What will Roman Pierce, Tyrese, do when he meets Roman Reigns in Hobbs and Shaw? Howard,
Hello.
Is there any parting words for our audiences you like to give them, or is there any plugs you like to do?
Well, I guess first of all, go to the BugCon, June 8th, June 9th. Follow me, Miata Guy, for you. That's the number 4. That's the letter U. You can send me a message. You can send my little bestest little cutie nephew a message too. He's Bug TV Franklin. We'll send you stickers. We got him for free. We're gonna have more stickers coming out soon. We're on iTunes and Stitcher, and we're on SoundCloud and all that kind of stuff. If you know a way to talk about us, rate us, give us 5 stars. We like it. Share us, post us, make us go viral. Even try to cancel us. There'll probably be enough jerks around that disagree with you, even though I'm sure you're right.
I'd hope so. Oh man, that's good stuff, Howard.
And other than that, I guess just I mean, this if I can be serious with everyone for a minute, all this BugCon stuff that's coming up, and we're getting flown out to do this thing in front of actual people who are paying to be there, and I gotta say, it brings a little lump to my throat, and from the bottom of my heart, all you bedheads out there and BugCon attendees, go fuck yourselves.